Hello, and yeah, we're on another straight out of Compton. You're going to be getting used to these by now, I would have thought. We're here at this beach, which I'm still not sure what it's called. What's it called?
By the Nova Centre.
By the Nova Centre. It's the beach by the Nova Centre. Can't tell you any more than that. All I do know, by Prestatyn, yeah, all I do know is Talaka Beach is down that way, and Talaka Lighthouse. Come down to this beach to test out a couple of items from K&F Concept. Their new, brand new ND1000 10-stop filter. I don't think it's up for sale at the moment. In fact, I know it's not. It's not on their website. It's not up at the moment. They didn't actually really want me, or wasn't interested in me actually doing a vlog on it. But I did say I've got no issues with it and I'd like to test it properly. So if you remember rightly, if you remember a little while ago, I had, just interrupted, that sky down there is awesome. I had their previous one and I did a test on it, and the colour cast was a little bit bad, in all fairness, and I did say that in the video. I said the colour cast was quite harsh, it was very green. So I relayed the comment back to them. They've obviously watched the videos, and you know, this is the kind of feedback they were hoping to get, with my honesty as well. And I'm not here to tell you something that's not true. You know, at the end of the day, it did have a colour cast, but I put it right in post-processing. So they sent me this brand spanking new one, which is in my bag at the moment. So I'm going to have to stop talking to you to get this out of my bag, and then I'll get it out of the box and show you what it's like. I've already had a look at it in the box, and it looks pretty tasty, but I've not actually unwrapped it and had a look at it. So I've got the old one with me, I've got the new one with me. I haven't got their holder. Their holder's a whole new different ball game. That's on a different vlog again. Check through the back history and the videos and stuff like that. This is purely going to test the filter out, and I'm going to be putting it in my case holder because that's what I've got with me. But we've got this lovely little groin and this little marker point. Tide's going out, so we are losing the water around it, but I'm going to try and do some long exposures, get some nice movement on the cloud. One camera, one lens, and the K&F Concept 10-stop. As you can see, one groin behind us, one fantastic sky, a little bit of reflection on the sand, and a couple of K&F filters. This is the old one I showed you before. I'm just going to get it out to remind you. You have to reach into the case, pull out the old 10-stop, and I did a lovely little review on it. And like I say, it had a bit of a colour cast. So all in all, not a bad little filter. Value for money, excellent. Prices will be in the description below and up on the screen as well. But this is the new boy. This is a new one, brand new filter. It's not on for sale at the moment as far as I know. They've asked us, a few people, obviously me and maybe other people, to test this and see what we think on it. So this is the big test on how different it is. Comes in a nice little box with some lovely instructions on all their other range, and they have a massive range. I must admit, it's very impressed. And the case in this, now I'm not a case lover, or a box lover, or a packaging lover, should I say. Let's just put the phone back before it blows away. Oh, let's put that notes back away. I'm sorry, I'm fumbling around on I, but this is Compton style for you. This is what we do, fumble around. Right, real world. Look at this for a case. How fantastic is that? Let me get rid of that for a moment. How beautiful is that compared to the old one? Let's get the old one back out. I shoved it in my pocket. Whatever pocket I put it in, one of them. Yeah, look at that. How beautiful is that? Really, really stunning. And I've opened this. Look at this. You're going to love this. You open your case and you think, well, how am I going to get this out? You pull this lovely, lovely, lovely little piece of cloth there, and out comes your filter. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Look at that. There's my filter, and out it comes. I have not looked inside this at all, I promise you. First views. So inside, it looks exactly the same as the last one. I'm not going to trash this paper. I'm going to keep it tidy if I can. I'm going to put that in my pocket for you so it doesn't blow away down the beach. It looks virtually identical to the old one, which we need to get out and show you, don't we? Let's have a look. Here's the old one, and here's the new one. So we have not got enough hands and fingers here, have we? So old filter, ND1000, new filter, ND1000. The difference is the new one's got a rounder corners on it. Other than that, the glass feels the same, the coating feels the same, and it's pretty good. I'm going to do a simple test. The sun's right in my face at the moment. And I hold that up and I hold that up. And I just want to see if there's a colour difference between the two. And there is. I know. It was not the battery this time, it was the SD card. The SD card was full. My mistake. Didn't put a new one in this morning. I have held them both up. I put them both up to the light, and there is a noticeable difference. I don't know if it cut off before or after I tested it, but yeah, there is a noticeable difference through the naked eye. So I want to get these on the filter now, on the filter holder, on the lens, and get a shot off of them and just give you a quick look and see what they're like. So bear with me again for a moment. I'm just going to put the filter holder on, and then we'll get them back out and show you what they're like. I'm going to take the first shot. First of all, I'm going to take the shot with the old one, and then I'm going to compare it with the new one. So the camera's set up. I am at ISO 160. I'm at 55mm. The tide's gone out a little bit more now, but I'm going to do a quick shot at f8 just to give me a base image. That gives me a very neutral image. I have actually got the polarizer on, so let me just spin the polarizer slightly, just so I can get a bit more colour in them clouds. Right, 2-second timer on. Fuji, please do an update on this to get that Fuji's timer on right. Right, we are going to take the first filter back out, and we are going to see the fiddling around trying to get it out of the case. We are going to slip that in my holder, and it goes straight up to 10 seconds. So we are going to take one at 10 seconds. It's a little bit dark, but a 2-second timer, 10 seconds, that should give us an exposure and a color range. The camera is actually set to 5,800 Kelvin, so they'll both be exactly the same, 5,800 Kelvin. That's 10-second shot done. Let me just make sure, see what it looks like. It's a little on the darker side, but again, it'll be fine. This is actually real time. You're watching me do this. I'm not messing around any fake. The only difference between this and before, and I'll put the case away, the only difference between this and before is the light's gone in a little bit. So let me put the other filter in and see what happens when it comes on. Grab the little strap again and pull the filter out. How cool is that? And we're going to drop that into there. And I can see the difference already. It's giving me 10 seconds again, so I'm going to take another shot at 10 seconds, and then I'm going to get a little bit more serious, open it up and get a bit more of the clouds in, and try and let a little bit lower lighting, because the light is actually dropping behind you quite a lot. So we'll just give that 10 seconds, let that finish doing what it's doing. Right, initial reaction. Let me have a quick look. Oh my word, what a difference. What an absolute phenomenal difference. I'm going to put those two images up for you now while I get myself set up for another shot, and yeah, you are going to see straight out the camera. These will be raw images with a little bit of sharpening maybe, if not straight out the camera. Yeah, I'm going to get another shot set up. It's a little bit better of a test. Wind it up to 30 seconds. Let's get a proper exposure going. Bring it up to f13, f14, stop the light down a bit more, and I'm going to wait for the sun to come out behind the clouds. It's going to give me a gap to do the two on exactly the same, but yeah, you can see the difference straight away. Right, we are back on, and we've got this camera set. Look at the colours in that at the moment. Oh, I've just got to take a shot of that first before I move on. The colours in the sky and the sideways light is absolutely astonishing. I'm not sure if you can see the back of the camera from where you are, but I've decided to give you a bit of a slightly different angle. And again, this is going to be a real life test at full time, full speed. Old filter is going in. This is the old K&F ND1000. You can see it's a very blue colour cast. I'm going to actually up the light slightly. I'm going to let a bit more light in. Watching me histogram, I'm up to 30 seconds now, f8. 2-second timer. We'll see what happens with this one. It's a very blue-green colour. It's really quite bad, to be honest, but there's not a lot. You know, it was their first one, I think, that they sent me anyway. That I tested, and like I say, you can correct it in your processing, but it's not the best to start with, I must admit. Right, that's a 30-second exposure, and it looks stunning. It's a lovely, simple little image, but it is very, very, very blue. Their holder actually is quite easy to get the filters out, whereas this one isn't. So that's the old one. I've now got the new one, and again, I like this. Look at this, pull this, and there it comes. How beautiful is that? Now, I've not cleaned these. There's bound to be a few people saying, have you seen the dust on them? And in all fairness, I haven't. That's given me just over 30 seconds, so I'm just going to knock it down. Go on, I'm going to leave it at that. It's exactly the same setting, f8, and we are. Let me just have a look around the other side and have a look. At 2-second time, it didn't go on then. It is now. We are 1 2/3 of a stop of extra light coming in. So we've actually opened it up a little bit to let the extra light in to bring the exposure to a decent looking exposure. The light levels at the moment are still pretty much the same. The sun's just behind the cloud slightly, but it's pretty evenly balanced. So it doesn't give me a timer on this. I should have put it onto the other one so I can see the countdown. So bear with me until that's finished. Right, the exposure is now finished. I'm going to flick that on, and I'm just going to have a little look at the two. And what a phenomenal difference. Let me go back to the natural one. I'm not going to lie, they have nailed it, absolutely nailed it. I'm going to try and bring the camera a bit closer for you. Bear with me while I move the cameras around. I'm going to show you on the back of the camera what this actually looks like. And I know this is very random, not the most professional way of doing this. I don't know whether you can see that. Can I get a bit more light in there for you? There you go. You can just about see on the back of my camera. What about if I turn it the other way? There we go, much, much better. Right, we can now see the image. This is the second image. So, first image I took is that, no filters whatsoever. Second image, you can see it's a very blue-green color cast. And the third image is almost the same colors, especially if you look down here, it's virtually the same colors. There you go. I think they've nailed the color cast. I think it's absolutely an immense difference. I'm really, really, really impressed with that. I'm going to just flip the camera back round again the other way, and I go slightly wider and try and get a nice wide shot of this cloud movement, because it's really, really pretty. Again, minimal shot. I'm going to put the little buoy over, or the marker buoy on the side. I've got the clouds in the top, the blue sky above it. Stunning little shot. All these lovely light colors going across the bottom. It's a bit of polarization. Look at that. Bring that down there. Set the focus up. Gonna just 30 seconds. I'm gonna hit the shutter and let it do what it does. While that's doing that, yeah, I've got to admit that the new one is a vastly better. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this. Check out the other review on this one. Water repellent was fantastic. If it's got the same coating on, which I'm sure it has, the water repellent is absolutely phenomenal. Really, really nice and easy to clean. I'm going to take a few more exposures, a few more shots while I'm down there. There's a stunning minimal shot out there. There's some lovely water reflections down here. So I'm going to play with this filter, and I'm going to put all the images up here as a slideshow after of everything I take while I'm here. I've got another half hour before the sun goes down too low, so I'm going to enjoy this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the link below if you're interested. I'll contact K&F Concept and find out when these are going to be up for sale, and if the price is still as good as the other ones, perfect, mate. I tell you, can't fault them. Very, very good. Beautiful upgrade. Stunning. Really, really good. Ciao for now.